the West Virginia Mountaineers. My home state and my favorite team in college football right now. And the idea with this is we're going to try to do a 5-year rebuild and see if we can win a national championship within 5 years. Take a look at the team schedule starting right out the gate. We're going to be at number 7 Penn State, and we're going to be challenged right out the gate. Playing on the All-American difficulty, so be ready for a lot of turnovers. I'm sure I'm going to throw some interceptions, and it's going to be a mess. Then we'll be at home for the Coal Bowl, which is a great rivalry against Marshall. I have a lot of love for Marshall too, and here in West Virginia, you're either one or the other. And you know, a lot of the Mountaineer fans around here, they like to call Marshall the little brother. I tell you what, though, I've been to 2 Marshall football games in my lifetime, and it's a whole different world down there. So I have a lot of love for Marshall too. House is divided here in my house. I like them both. Week 3, we're going to go to Lane Stadium. It's always a tough place to play against Virginia Tech. This is another rivalry that I would love to see come back. If not every year, at least every other year, for the Black Diamond Trophy. That's going to be a fun one. And of course, the backyard brawl against Pitt. No love for Pitt, but I tell you one thing, I love this rivalry. And if there's one team West Virginia should play every year, it should be Pitt. I hope to see the backyard brawl come back later on. I think they said that we're going to start playing them again in 2028, which would be cool to see that, rivalry come back consistently. Big 12 play will start. We'll be at number 21, Kansas. We'll be at home for that, rather. Bye week, then Oklahoma State, Iowa State, Kansas State, Cincinnati, Baylor, UCF, and Texas Tech. So we got our hands full right out the gate. Again, the goal is for this to win a national championship within 5 years, 5-year rebuild. Hopefully we can get that national championship and bring one to Morgantown. But, we're going to go ahead and get started with today's video. We're going to go to number 7 Penn State, and hope you enjoy it. Let's go.
Hi and welcome to Beaver Stadium, home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, one of the largest crowds in college football assembled here.
And the fans are going crazy here. This is another tough place to play. Beaver Stadium here and University of Penn State. The Mountaineers used to play Penn State quite a bit. I think back in the 80s and 90s, and when Coach Paterno was coaching. Okay, we're gonna start kicking the ball off here. Let's get it rolling. Pulling off. Let's see if we can pull off an upset here in week 1.
So it'll be a touchback, ball spotted at the 25. The Nittany Lions offense comes on the field first.
Tyler Warren, he's a pretty good tight end. He had a pretty good rookie year for the Colts this past year, so he looks promising. If Colts can get a consistent quarterback for him, that I think he'll be one of the better tight ends in the league. I mean, I got some. I'm a Colts fan. I kind of grew up that Peyton Manning era. I got some family from Indianapolis, and I've been hoping for years that the Colts will get back to being relevant. They started off pretty hot last year, and then just kind of injuries kind of got to them. Once Jones got hurt last year, they were in in some trouble last year. Hard to win games when your quarterback goes down. 3rd and 16 here. Drew Aller, another kid this year. Drafted by the Steelers. See how he progresses in his career. Run the ball.
They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Definitely want to get my hands on the new college football game when it comes out. For right now, I just been playing the 25.
Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
And the Nittany Lions pick up enough yardage to get a 1st down.
I grew up on the old school college footballs, man. I tell you, those older games were so good. They were so ahead of their time. Oh, we got burnt. Yeah, it's a rebuild though. It's
defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch.
Let's see.
Gets the 1st down in the process.
1st down play call coming up.
Anyway, the older college footballs, man, I had those. I think the very first college football game that I had, I think my dad got it for me. I grew up playing. The first console I had was N64. It was filthy. Back then, I thought that was the best thing in the world. Then got my hands on a PS1 when I was younger. Burnt.
Touchdown, Nittany Lions. This quarterback
Wow. Gonna be a rough one. But had my hands on a PS1. I didn't really start playing college football or Madden until I got the Xbox, the original Xbox. The first game that I ever had was NCAA 2003, and still to this day, 2003 is one of my favorite games. Ooh, almost got him. Okay, see if we can get some stuff moving here offensively.
Fields it inside the 5-yard line.
I'll take it. I mean, not much, but could have been worse.
The Mountaineers offense takes the field. Our first chance to see them today. All right, Kirk, let's take a quick look at the impact
We
plays
got
of today's game.
old Garrett Green, quarterback this year, for year 1 of this rebuild. And old Garrett Green was he's a pretty good quarterback for the Mountaineers. Pretty solid.
1st and 10, looking to throw. Quick throw misses his mark there, incomplete.
That's everything you want to see from an offense. Great execution. Line gave the quarterback time. Quarterback makes a great read, throws it to his guy.
I think he played a little bit for Tampa Bay. I don't know if he's still there or not. I know he'd moved over to wide receiver. I think he scored a couple touchdowns too in preseason games. I think they ended up releasing him though. Always like to pull for Mountaineers that get to the NFL. C.J. Donaldson, he was more of a power back, I thought, for us, and he ended up transferring to Ohio State, I believe.
2nd down after that previous play. Keeping it on the ground here.
Oh boy, not gonna be able to run the ball well against this Big Ten defense here. Penn State, the third toughest stadium on the game so far this season, and I see it.
Dropping back, we're going to throw for the 1st down. That's
Got him.
It's Taylor. Tackled across midfield at the 48, good enough for a 1st down.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on 3rd down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new
Positive yardage that time.
chance to dig into this lead.
But yeah, I'm one of those people. And as you know, if you follow college football, the Mountaineers got Rich Rodriguez back last season, and his first season in the Big 12. I think a lot of people had higher expectations for that, and I mean, there were some positives, despite the record we had. I mean, when you talk about Rich Rodriguez in West Virginia, there's a lot of people that have bitter feelings. I mean, again, if you follow college football, when I was a kid and a teenager and a kid, West Virginia was, I don't want to say a powerhouse, but they were right there for, competing for national championships, especially like they had like a 4-year window, Pat White, Steve Slayton, Noel Devine. There's a lot of bitter feelings from some of the Mountaineer fans about Rich Rod's return to Morgantown, and it all stems back to his departure when he left for Michigan. And it pains me to even talk about it. I remember watching this game when I was a kid, but the 13-9 or the 13-9 loss against Pitt at home. West Virginia was ranked second in the nation. All we had to do was win that game, and we were going to the national title. And Pat White injured his thumb. We just couldn't get it done, man. That was a crazy year for college football in 2007. I mean, if I remember right, like pretty much everybody that was ranked second in the nation at one point in time ended up losing that year. And unfortunately, we did in the season finale, and but kept us out of a national title. Probably would have been against Ohio State or LSU, one of the two. I can't remember. But see if we can power this in here. Oh yeah, use a fullback. That's a thing that has kind of faded out of football in general, is the fullback position, man. I mean, West Virginia had Owen Schmidt, in that era too, and well, he was just an athlete. But the fullback position, man, that's something that doesn't get used as much. Nowadays everybody, is using that tush push and everything like that. And back in the day, man, even when I played high school football, I was a running back in high school, and we ran a sidecar offense, kind of like a read option based offense. And I always just begged my coaches. I'm like, man, we got some athletes on this team. Put a fullback in front of me. Let's
Trying to find room. It's Singleton.
Fullback position definitely a lost position per se now in football in general. I mean, everybody's got multiple tight ends, but fullback position, man, was just underutilized nowadays. Well, we got the first quarter over here and tied at 7 here.
After a promising start, we hope that
see if we can get a stop here.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Play action fake, looking to throw. Let's it go quickly.
Burnt.
He pulls in the catch.
He's gone, buddy.
It's a sprint.
My God.
He's in. Touchdown, Penn State.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so
we got some work to do.
This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Kickoff team is on the field.
But yeah, when I was growing up, my parents they're big West Virginia fans, and they used to talk about Major Harris. And back in the day, in the late 80s, Major Harris, you ask any West Virginia fan, and they'll tell you that most of them will tell you he's one of the best athletes to ever come through Morgantown. Led us to a national championship where we got beat by Notre Dame. I think Major Harris got hurt too, but in West Virginia, a lot of people don't realize a lot of the great athletes that have came through there that went on to have pro careers, not just in football. I mean, we've had some decent basketball players as well, but I really hope that Rodriguez can get us back to our winning ways, and I'm confident. I think we'll get there. I think that people that are excited about his return coming into year 2, I think that they have higher expectations right out the gate, and it's not how that works. right out the gate. You know, it's really hard to come into a new situation, you know, even if that's a school that you've coached at before. When you're talking about, you know, he coached from like 2001 to 2007. He had great success and won BCS bowl games, and we were right there for national titles. And that was the Big East Conference, which I miss. I miss the Big East. The Big East was just phenomenal. It felt like every week there was a rivalry, and I really miss, you know, Big East basketball as well. It was awesome. In West Virginia, every year it seemed like the season finale. It was going to be Pitt every year, and it was going to be for something major. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Yeah, Pitt ended up beating us that year, and we got some payback on the Panthers a couple years later when Bill Stewart took over after Rich Rodriguez left. We played the Panthers at home, and I think Pitt was ranked 9th in the country that year, and we got the field goal to walk-off field goal to upset them.
Lands at the 5. It doesn't check up.
We really need to stop here.
And the Penn State offense is back out on the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? Great cut.
Man.
It's a big game before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
What a nice job here by this offensive line in the back to pick up this first down. And, Chris, you know better than me growing up in this area. Penn State's offense and the ability to run the ball.
Yeah, West Virginia had I don't keep up with, you know, baseball as much, but I always follow, you know, West Virginia athletics. And Mountaineers had a really, really good baseball team this year, produced a lot of great players, and they were just short of that national championship game this year. And they definitely got something building there, and then in baseball for the Mountaineers too. Women's basketball was pretty good too. I believe they got upset in the second round though. They hosted Oh, he's gone. Oh boy. Got our hands full here. You know, women's basketball in Morgantown is usually pretty competitive.
It's not just his route running, it's the chemistry between the quarterback and the
And I believe, you know, I believe West Virginia athletics in general is looking promising all the way around. The men's basketball team, I think they're going to be on a better track this year. They got some players that came in from the transfer portal, and they should be able to get back to having some success.
And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Mountaineers offense is back out on the field.
But yeah, back in that timeline in the Big East, and when Rich Rod was there the first time, man, and we had Pat White, Steve Slayton. I mean, we were just insane with our offense.
Releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback.
And you look ahead, you know, several years later when we got to the Big 12, and I think it was our last year in the Big East. We had, I think it was Coach Holgerson's first season. Oh, Jesus. Holgerson's first season, we Geno Smith, Tavon Austin, Stedman Bailey, those guys, and I think we ended up going 9-3 in the regular season that year, and went to the Orange Bowl and played Clemson, and
That's the 2-minute warning. Let's see if
that's got to be close to one of my favorite moments in Mountaineer history here, and this is going to be a disaster.
The shotgun handoff.
Yeah. Like we're in trouble in this game, guys, unless we can get some stops here. But yeah, I'll never forget that. I was a junior in high school. Just got home from weightlifting, and West Virginia's bowl game was on, and I remember watching it with my mom. And I think it was somewhere along the lines of like Clemson was up by a touchdown, and it was before half, and I was like, well, I'm gonna go take a shower, clean up here, and get some dinner, and then I'll turn the game on later. Well, I ended up getting out of the shower, putting some comfortable clothes on, and turned the game on. And Mom was like, "Oh, what's the score?" And I was like, "Oh, it's like 49-20 at the half." And she's like, "What?" But that was just incredible, especially some of the commentators were like, "Oh, Clemson's going to just destroy West Virginia and this, that, and the other, and they're going to blow them out." And we ended up putting 70 points on them. There was definitely some furniture that was burnt in Morgantown that night.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. It's a fly to the wideout.
And
Downfield, and it's caught. They bring him down, but a big chunky yardage on the play. Nittany Lions will have 1st and 10 here.
It's been a while since I've played any football.
Fires it to the wideout.
Oh, he burnt me again.
Touchdown, Penn State.
Well, if you're going to give it to him, he's going to take it. That's his 3rd touchdown today against this defense. Whether they play zone or they play man, he's finding ways to win matchups and get the ball to the end zone.
And the extra point makes it a 3-touchdown lead. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. They'll return it from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the West Virginia offense is back out on the field.
I'm excited to see the Mountaineer team for this year. We got a lot of kids in from the portal, and Rich Rod's 2nd year there. It's. I definitely think we're going to be better than what people estimate. I'm seeing a lot of people saying we win 4 games again. Go 4-8, something like that. I think we have too much talent to be, 4-8 team. That being said, I don't think we're national champion, playoff contenders, or even Big 12 contenders for that matter. But I've really looked over the schedule a lot, and I could see the ceiling being an 8-4 season for the Mountaineers. But you never know. You never know how a team's how they're gonna perform, and you never know with injuries and whatnot.
Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half.
We'll see how it goes, though. I'm excited for some Mountaineer football this year.
On 2nd and 10.
Ah, there it is. I knew it was coming. That's the first of many.
Brought down after a short return, but the interception gives the offense the football at the 40.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air.
Oh, boy.
And says, "Thank you, we'll take it."
So not much time left before halftime as they begin this possession here. Can they make something happen? On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it.
There's good defensive stop there. 3 touchdowns, but we'll take it.
Just time enough for one more.
Let's just not give up nothing dumb here. Watch the run, maybe.
Takes the ball and heads to the left.
There we go.
And they get him down. What will be the final play?
Well, halftime here in our week 1 of our West Virginia Mountaineers rebuild.
With our halftime update.
And it's looking like it could be a rough one unless we got a lot of magic in us. We really have to go down here this first possession and get some points. We need a touchdown.
This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. And on that note, time to throw it back to our guys at the stadium.
All right, Kevin, thank you. We appreciate the breakdown. The Nittany Lions will kick this deep to begin the second half.
All right, we need some magic here. We got to defensively. We have played terrible, and a lot of that's me. But we got to get some points going here.
The West Virginia offense is back out on the field.
All right.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Back to throw. It's Green. Free. He's looking to scramble.
I tell you, Garrett Green, he was just an athlete, man. He had a lot of wheels. He had some speed.
But when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
We'll give it to the running back.
Should have pulled it.
Test the middle there, but get nothing.
That was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fence, holding their own to the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Offense getting set up. Here's
Second and 10 here. We got to get some stuff going, fellas.
Fakes the handoff here. Looking to
Drop. Looking. Is there? Overturn.
But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, you may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball. And eventually, that's going to cost him.
Oh, and another incomplete.
Shit.
Boy, this quarterback is really rolling the dice out here today. Remember,
Back when I was in high school and stuff, I had buddies. We used to play this game, well, not this game, but we used to play college football religiously, and I had this buddy that I played football with, and you just could not beat him at college football. College football or Madden, it just did not matter. I mean, he was filthy.
It's Singleton.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Ask some of you college football fans, what are your thoughts on the playoff expansion with 12 teams now? I personally, you know, I mean, I don't dislike it, but I grew up in the BCS era, you know, and then saw the transition to you know, the playoff. I mean, I like the playoffs. The BCS was a little questionable at times, but
Offense will keep it on the ground here. He shows off the
I have a buddy that, you know, he talks about the playoff and this, that, and the other, and it's like, man, they should do it like basketball. You know, they should cut the season in half and do like an NCAA tournament for the top 25 teams in the country, see who the best is, you know what I mean? I was like, well, that's an idea, but I don't think that'll ever happen.
Third and long.
We need a big stop here if we can get one, and he's got it. Maybe. Yeah, we got to stop.
Just short of the marker. It's going to be fourth down and
Need some points. Bad.
The Nittany Lions will have to kick this away. Fair catch made at the 20.
Yeah, I'm excited again, you know, going back to this year's college football season starting up here soon. And the Mountaineers, you know, they got that running back, Cam Cook from Jack State. You know, he was a monster last year. I mean, if you haven't followed, you know, his stats last year, I mean, he was like the leading rusher in the country. And, you know, people will say, well, you know, he played at Jack State, that's not the Big 12. I mean, I agree. You know, but I don't know a whole lot about him. I do know that before Jack State, he played at TCU. So, I mean, he's played in the Big 12. If there's one thing, you know, with Rich Rodriguez and his offenses, it's that he's got mobile quarterbacks, and he's always has really good running backs. 4th and 1 here. We ain't got nothing to lose but the game at this point. We're just gonna go for it. And I think they're talking about Michael Hawkins Jr., if I'm saying that right, the transfer from Oklahoma, potentially leading the Mountaineer offense this year at quarterback. Again, that's another kid that I know nothing about. Watch some of the blue and gold spring game highlights. I've seen some of his highlights from Oklahoma, and he looks he's an athlete for sure. I mean, he's fast, he's got wheels, and that fits Rich Rod's offense to a T. You know, those mobile quarterbacks that can run the football. But another thing about Coach Rod is that if you watch any interview with him or anything about him in football, if he's got players that can play, he's going to play them regardless. I mean, I've seen him play 2 quarterbacks at a time before.
Nice job up front on the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks
Another
up
team that we played this
so
year,
they
and I
get
can
downfield
never
for the
remember
first
them
down.
playing each other ever, really,
First and 10.
when I was a
Back to
kid,
throw.
and
It's
that's
Green.
West Virginia versus Virginia. There we go, decent little run there. There we go. Yeah, West Virginia playing Virginia. I did go to a basketball game several years ago. West Virginia played Virginia in basketball, and we ended up losing that game. But actually, if I remember right, I think that Virginia that year won the national title in basketball. Team White with the run. That's another kid that we had last year that got kind of banged up and missed a lot of the season, but I believe he transferred out too. I'm not sure where, but we just cannot run this ball against this team.
We'll take a timeout while they check it out.
But yeah, what I was saying, West Virginia is going to be, I believe it's a neutral site game this year, taking on Virginia, and they were a pretty decent team last year, if I remember right. It should be a good game.
Not go for it, but settle for 3. Here comes the field goal team. They'll set up at the right hash mark for this chip shot. And the field goal is good.
Points, not the points we needed, but we'll see if we can get another stop defensively here. And but yeah, and it's exciting to see, you know, West Virginia versus Virginia. I mean, maybe this could lead to future matchups with them. I mean, that'd be cool, you know, my eyes, to see West Virginia versus Virginia. I mean, we have that big rivalry with Virginia Tech. It's like, well, why not Virginia? Like they say around here, the best went west in 1863. I know, just looking like some cleanup time here in this fourth quarter is we're down here pretty good, but I'm gonna try to keep fighting.
Getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. They'll run it here.
Oh, burnt me.
Breaks loose at the 45. And he breaks clear.
He's gone.
It's a foot race.
Jeez.
Nittany Lions. And the route is on.
What a long run for the touchdown. I don't know if this defense was caught sleeping or walking in mud. I can't pick which one. Maybe it's both, because the running back just went right by them so easily for the big gain and a big-time score.
Here's the point after attempt. PAT is good. They're pulling away 35-10.
Well, not the ideal start that we wanted for this rebuild here, but again, it's a rebuild, and we took on a top 10 team right out the gate.
And the Mountaineers offense is back out on the field. Kept out of the end zone last time, had to settle for a short field goal. Can they improve upon that here? And he's going to rifle this one deep to the left side.
There's a catch. Preston Fox.
Finally, good for them. They come up with a big play like this. Let's face it, offense has been at a premium for these guys. You wonder where plays
But no,
like
I really, you know, I love West Virginia football and just football in general. You know, I started playing when I was 8 years old and played all the way through my senior year of high school, and I really miss the Big East. I mean, nothing against, you know, the Big 12 or anything like that, but just the Big East was just great for West Virginia. You know, the rivalries, it seemed like a rivalry almost every week. I mean, you had the backyard brawl against Pitt to look forward to. There's a point in time we played Virginia Tech. I mean, Miami used to be in it back in the day. Those were fun games too. Miami was a powerhouse back then.
If they want to go to the outside, it's okay, but inside,
a nice little run there.
Can't have that
After
happen,
catch.
and it cost them.
But the Big East, man, it just seemed like we'd open up against some low-level schools, play like a East Carolina or somebody, and then when the Big East play started, it just felt like a rivalry. I mean, West Virginia's rivals. So obviously, it's Pitt. Virginia Tech, Syracuse is a rival. Louisville was a good rival. I'd love to see those games come back. I really hoped when the Big East died back in 2012, 2011, I was really hoping that we would end up in the ACC. We at least, then we're playing, some of those Big East schools again, and I just, oh man, I just miss those rivalry games, man. It made West Virginia football 10 times better. I remember being a kid, we played Louisville one year, and it went into like triple overtime. It was like 46-44.
Does a really good job down in this area, expecting the pass. The ball's in the air.
Oh.
The ball gets tipped. Keep in mind, the offense or the defense can get underneath that for a play. The ball hits the ground for an incompletion.
The offense facing a 3rd and goal from a long way away.
Oh, we're in trouble. Wow.
It's a sack for the defense.
Well, again, nothing to lose but the game now. We're not coming back anyway, so.
By this defense, they've done such a great job of preparing a plan to get ready for one of the top quarterbacks in the country. They've kept him out of sync, applied pressure, and a big part of the reason they're enjoying this lead right now.
And it's broken up there. Great play on 4th down.
He was open.
What a great job.
That linebacker is right there, though.
It's very fitting. Here we are now in the 4th quarter on a 4th down play. They step up yet again. Now you give the ball to your own offense, you work that clock, and you seal victory.
Makes the catch, but the defense breaks in the ball, and it's a short gain.
Yeah, time winding down here.
Play before the 2-minute warning.
And we got a lot of work to do moving forward here. Like I said, week 2 we'll be taking on our rivals, Marshall Thundering Herd, in-state rival. And hopefully we can get on the right track and put up more than 10 points and hopefully get to 1-1 next week. But
drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down.
There's a sack.
And drop back at the 8-yard line.
I thought the strong safety did a really good job of disguising the blitz, waiting to the last possible moment, and then at the snap of the ball, catching the offensive line off guard. Nobody saw him. He gets home free and comes up with a sack.
He's got an opening. Watch out.
Oh, I was totally zoned out there. I should have fair caught that.
Brought down by the coverage team. And the West Virginia offense is back.
I got time to throw another interception, I think.
A couple of them here in the last couple minutes. Down big. Quick throw, testing the middle. The tight end makes the catch downfield. And that big gain moves the ball across midfield all the way to about the 36. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Finds a man to the left.
Now we're going to start completing passes with 30 seconds left, down like 25 points.
Take advantage of this red zone trip. Here comes a throw from the red zone.
Oh, I hit the wrong button. What in the heck?
Tried to lob the ball up there, but doesn't connect.
I don't know what the hell that was.
2nd down coming up. Scanning the field. It's Green. Looking for 6.
Nope.
And that one is incomplete in the end zone.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself
hey, mercy touchdown.
No surprise there, Kirk. It's a red zone touchdown to the big tight end.
Well, the tight ends are usually much more involved down in the red zone because of their size and their skill.
Again, wasn't the outcome we wanted right out the gate, but positives. Definitely some positives. A lot of this is on me. A lot of these horrible games that I'll play will be on me, but not the ideal start. 35-17, loss to number 7 Penn State. Mountaineers will take on the Thundering Herd of Marshall next week in this rebuild.
Try to get this team ready to play the next time they go out.
Haller, the player of the game.
We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
And we got our work cut out for us. Again, it's going to be a 5-year rebuild. See if we can get a national title. Morgantown. And we're not off to a great start. But until next time, this is week 1 of the West Virginia Mountaineers rebuild on College Football 25.